Without a doubt, Ronovationz. When I first shared my goal with Ron, I told him I wanted to achieve financial freedom in 10 years. He looked at me and said, "Why 10, not 5?" That one question completely changed the way I thought. He stretched my thinking, challenged my limiting beliefs, and showed me what was actually possible. The incredible part is that I didn't achieve my goal in 10 years. I achieved it in 4.5. Sometimes the biggest investment you can make isn't in property. It's in learning from someone who already walked the path you want to take.
You said the biggest influence on the way I invest? I don't just have one answer. Ever since I was a child, I knew I wanted to own property. And I learnt from other people. I learnt from being in the legal sector as a legal executive. I learnt from the Auckland Property Investors Association. And I learnt a lot from going out on the road with Ronovationz and with Ronovationz and just hanging out with property people.
The biggest influence on the way I invest, it actually started when I was working at a library. I came across a number of investing books, and one of that really changed my mind was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Reading those books completely shifted my thinking on money, assets, and financial freedom. They didn't just inspire me, they gave me the confidence to put those ideas into practice. Looking back, picking up those books was one of the turning points that set me on my property investment journey.
For me, it's got to be Ron. One of the biggest things he taught me was how to recalibrate to the market. Because before working with Ron, the last property that I had bought was in Mount Wellington and I paid $276K for. Then he started showing me these properties in Sandringham that were a lot smaller and they were selling for around $400K. And I remember thinking, there's just no way, they're too expensive. I'll wait until the market comes back before I buy. But Ron kept on investing. He wasn't waiting. He understood the market had changed and I had to stop comparing today's prices with yesterday's prices. Now that Sandringham property has since been renovated and even in today's market, it's still worth around $900K. That experience changed the way that I invest. And I learned that you can't judge property by what things used to cost. You've got to judge it based on the market that you're buying in and the long-term potential of a quality property in a quality location.